Welcome back. Oh my goodness. We are at the time of this recording wrapping up a celebration. I love a good celebration, just makes life more fun. Let's see, June 11th was the 5-year birthday of Brave, of this business. And if you know anything about small businesses, roughly 50% fail by the time they get to 5 years. So I am celebrating the win that we are still around and doing better in terms of helping more and more and more people all the time. Thank you if you have ever invested in yourself and worked with me. Thank you to all the alumni, to all the current clients. Thank you if you've ever reviewed this podcast. If you have ever referred someone to me, I appreciate you so much, so much. It's hard to convey everything that goes on behind the scenes of a small business. And sometimes it feels like, it's a bit much to put on other people. But I will just tell you, I don't know if I would have done it if I knew what I was getting myself into. Oh, it's been a lot. And so, all that to say, I've had a week-long celebration where I shared shirts that I worked with actually one of my clients to develop. And she offered to do something called a pop-up shop that's open for 7 days where you can go and get the exclusive shirt. And it's been a lot of fun. And you know what else is super cool? I am donating a portion of the proceeds from every single shirt to a charity called Charity Water. If you've not heard of them, look them up right now. It's Charity Water. They are an incredible charity. One, just the way that they run, they are actually a model for many other charities because every single one of your donations goes 100% to the cause. Of course, because they're business, they have admin costs and things like that, but they do a very unique approach. Hopefully I understood correctly, but where I think other corporations sponsor and contribute and pay for the admin costs. So when you donate for the cause, all of your money is going for the people that you want to help. Now, what do they do in a nutshell? Essentially, they build water wells in third world countries. There are people who don't have access to clean water, and there's a lot of negative repercussions when you don't have access to clean water. And how I found out about Charity Water, I was actually at a business conference and the owner presented to us. And he's the most powerful speaker that I've ever heard. I'm actually getting teary-eyed right now. And I was in the audience along with roughly 1,000 other people. And the vast majority of us were crying because it was so impactful. The things that people are going through because they don't have access to clean water is absolutely heartbreaking. And every single penny helps. So since I found out about that organization in December of last year, I started contributing monthly. A portion of the proceeds from this birthday sale celebration are going. And also, anytime someone joins Brave Academy, I donate to Charity Water because everyone deserves to have access to clean water. Everyone. Now, I'm just going to set that aside for now. Thank you for listening to my tangent. And I hope that even if you pause right now and you go check them out, I hope that you'll go take a look. There is actually a video on YouTube, and it's the founder talking a little bit about their mission. It's a few years old. I think it's 20 minutes long. I'll link it in the show notes. And I read a few of the comments, and someone was like, I never sit and watch a video for this long. And I just watched this all the way through. I think I remember somebody saying they watched it all the way through more than once. It's so impactful. Okay. I'll link that in the show notes for you to check out. Let's go ahead and dive in. So today, what I want to talk about is something that has the power to completely change the way that you experience anxiety, or honestly, the way you experience just about anything internally. And it is, you don't have to believe every thought you think. I'm guessing that you've probably heard that before. Like, that one's not rocket science, but sometimes it is really good to have a reminder. You don't have to believe every thought you think. And I'm going to just say it a third time. You don't have to believe every thought you think, especially when the thoughts are negative. They are almost always coming from your insecurities. And so it's like, do you want to believe your insecurities all the time? Most people don't know that's an option. But just because your brain offers something doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's helpful. And it doesn't mean that it deserves to lead the show in your life. Your brain is a meaning making machine. And I want you to really sit with that for a moment. Your brain will automatically put meaning on everything, everything. It generates thoughts constantly and very often without our consent. And many of those are based on, like I said, insecurities, fears, past experiences, inherited beliefs, nervous system patterns. And sometimes the thoughts are wise, but more often than not, they are complete nonsense. And sometimes they're trying to protect you, but the way that they're trying to do that is in the wrong direction. It's the wrong approach. It's like that friend that you have that has terrible advice and you listen. You're like, okay, well, I care about you enough to sit here and listen, but you don't act on it, do you? No, because you know it's terrible advice. And if you don't know how to pause and to question those thoughts, you will believe them automatically. And that's what you may have been doing up to now. You'll feel them as true. You'll act as if they are true. And that is exactly where anxiety thrives, in unchecked thought spirals. So someone begins to feel a little better. For example, this has happened when women come into my program. They'll start feeling a little better. Their nervous system is calming. Their symptoms are less intense, or maybe they're not even having those symptoms anymore. And then suddenly a thought pops up. And it's something like, oh no, why am I not feeling anxious? And I feel like when I say it out loud, maybe it feels silly, but in the moment, it doesn't feel silly at all. It might even feel terrifying, scary, because the brain has gotten so used to being on high alert that calm feels unfamiliar. And unfamiliar has felt like danger. So, what do? Well, I can tell you because it's happened many times. They start to spiral before they seek help, before they're like, hey, Steph, can you help me? This is what's happening. They might say things like, oh my gosh, what if something's wrong? What if the anxiety comes back worse? What if I'm missing something? Things like that. But here's the truth. That fear, that why am I not anxious right now thought, it is just a habitual alarm bell. That's it. It's your nervous system checking, like, are we still scanning for danger? Are we okay here? And you get to respond with calm authority. Thanks for checking in. We're safe now. You are not your thoughts. You actually are the observer in them. And inside Brave Academy, we talk a lot more about that and how to really get really good at building something called your observational self. And when you learn to witness your thoughts instead of attaching to them, you get your power back. You stop reacting to every worry. You stop spiraling over all of the what ifs. You stop assuming that every anxious thought means something bad is going to happen. And sometimes a thought is just like a leftover echo, a reflex, a fear memory, a bit of noise. And it's okay to say, not today. Take the back seat today. So when a scary or an intrusive thought pops up, I just want you to pause and ask yourself, is this thought true or is it just familiar? Is this thought based in fear or is it grounded in reality? And then ask, okay, what is a more helpful thought that I could have right now? Because you get to choose. You always get to choose. And I will tell you, the vast majority of people that I work with don't realize, like, obviously, you know what that means. Like, oh, yeah, I choose. But they really, and this was true for me as well, they don't fully understand the extent to which they have choice in any given moment. And that's actually something I love about when people come to my retreats, because it's an immersive experience where they're able to feel the concepts and embody the concepts rather than just cognitively taking it in or just hearing it and trying to figure out what it means. I show you what it means. And when you feel it, it can be quite simple to make that shift. So you get to choose. That's an old fear. That doesn't belong here. I know this voice and I don't have to listen to it. Even if I feel anxious, I am still safe. So before we wrap up, here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to argue with every thought. You don't have to fix every thought. You don't have to replace every thought with a happier one or a more grateful one or a better one. Start with noticing that. Notice it and not automatically believing it. The goal really isn't to never have an anxious thought. The goal is to stop letting anxiety thoughts run the show in your life. You're not broken just because your brain offers up a fear. That's just your nervous system. It's trying to do what it does best to protect you. And you're allowed to say, thanks for trying to help. I've got this. And if this episode has been helpful for you or if it's resonated with you, I would love to hear what thoughts you're ready to release. DM me or screenshot this episode and share your biggest takeaway. And if you're tired of living at the mercy of your thoughts, if you have been struggling with these thought spirals, if you want to embody, how do I actually choose something different and actually reset those patterns, Brave Academy is open. And inside, we go so much deeper into how to recalibrate your nervous system so that you can get out of fight or flight, how to break that anxiety cycle, and how to rebuild trust so that your thoughts don't run wild anymore. You don't have to believe every thought you think. You just have to believe in the part of you that's healing. And if you'd like more information about Brave Academy, just DM me the word Academy on Facebook or on Instagram, and I'll talk to you soon. Until next time.